Hey butterflies, welcome back to Evolving Butterfly Goddess with me, Moe Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated, my loves, and a major shout out to all the channel members, as well as those of you all who have patronized my tea and candle company. And to the members in the Butterfly School of Transformation, I better see y'all at class in about an hour, okay? We are going over our solar plexus chakra healing session. But anyway, so, all right, y'all, this session, I've been feeling this for a while, but I got confirmation this morning from Grandmother Ancestor Energy to share it. So as we know, this last full moon, as you know, I'm a true sidereal astrologer. And so on true sidereal, this last full moon, the thunder moon, actually, okay, was in Sagittarius. And we know Sagittarius rules travel as well as education, learning, institutions, things of that nature, right? And the reason why it's called the thunder moon is because usually around this time is when we start seeing more storms and the water's starting to pick up, right? So a lot of people have been picking up on water energy because of that, okay? And so, you know, water is one of the purest forms of feminine energy. But then it made me start thinking back, because I've been picking up a lot on technology and getting back into like learning and reading, like the masses needs to get back in it, right? And so I did a poll last night on my channel and to find that over 30% of the people haven't read any books this year. And I immediately felt grandmother be like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? And so it made me think about when the storms would happen, how we had to turn off TVs, no phone, no nothing. When the storm happened, the electricity went out. Right? It was none of that. You better get a book. Okay. It was like get a candle and a book. Like that's what we were told. Okay. And so my grandmother always pushed reading. She didn't like me to watch a lot of TV. She would limit the amount of TV because she said that it would take away my knowledge. Right. And so part of that may be why, you know, I had such a high IQ since I was younger, is because my grandma, oh, here come the birds, because she pushed learning a lot. Right. And I feel like a lot of you all's grandmother was like the same way. When it stormed and things of that nature, everything had to go off. And so lately we've been hearing a lot about a lot of storms and power outages, right? And this feels like this universal grandmother energy coming through, saying that it's time for us to really look at where our attention is going. And when was the last time you picked up a book? When was the last time you read something, right? Because historically, a lot of you all, it's like a great-great-grandmother that's even coming through. And a lot of them didn't have the ability to go to school for free or to get the education to learn a lot. A lot of them put education on hold as a way to raise a family or get married or make money for the family. And so you're meant to be the generation that changes all of that, right? Who gets the knowledge, who learns to read, because there was once upon a time where a lot of you all's ancestors, they weren't allowed to read. And the reason for that is because the knowledge is in the books, the knowledge is in the reading. And if you allow other people to control what you hear and the messages, you're going to get confused every time, you know, even down to, you know, if you're religious and things of that nature, only about 20% of those religious people have read the entire book with understanding and questions, right? And so it's giving this energy of grandmother to seek knowledge, right? To show yourself approved. Do not just take what everyone is telling you, but seek to the original text to find what's really going on around us. And that's why we're having a lot of things going on with technology and a lot of things going on with water. Because at that time, when it would be thundering and storming, everything had to go off, baby. Unplug that phone, turn the TV off, ain't no internet, okay? And think about us now, you know, when that happens, when we start panicking. Oh my gosh, no, go on and get you a candle, okay? Sit there, talk with your family, read a book. Let's get back to the olden times, which is why older civilizations were more advanced than us when it came to like knowledge and things of that nature. They didn't have electricity most times, or if it did, it was, you know, sporadic and things of that nature. And we're becoming somewhat of like a spoiled generation, y'all. And it's, ooh, baby, not the protection coming out and then confidence. Okay, you know what that just made me think of? Because look at this. She's protecting Earth. This is mother protecting Earth, which is the natural feminine energy. Technology, you know, you hear all the ringing in your ears and the Bluetooth and all of that. It goes against the natural flow of life. You use tech, like nature, to create it, but it's not a normal part of it. It goes against the nature aspect. And so in here with her, the aspect of protecting Mother Earth, and then the butterfly there, and then confidence. A lot of you all are called to go in a different way with confidence. It's okay to seek knowledge. It's okay to learn something different. I know one thing, when I went to Kenya back in 2012 and learned that education isn't free up until high school. They get free education up until a certain age, and then you have to pay to go to school. And those of y'all who have been here for a while, you know that I'm an educator. I just left the classroom. And one of the problems that I had was the aspect of I had to force kids to want to learn. Force kids to want to read, even if you make it, you know what I'm saying, enjoying, you know, all the TikToks and the Facebook takes over. You get what I'm saying? But yet their scores and ability to read is getting worse. We need to watch how often we're letting our children have these devices in their hands. A lot of parents are letting devices raise their children. That's not good for the brain cells, bro. I'm hearing grandmama having a fit. Like, that's not good for the brain cells. And I know it's, you know, it feels easier, but we have to find another way. Is there a community center? Is there someone that you can have to come in and help you, right? I'm gonna go to another deck. It's giving a, you know, include your children in the reading. You know, you can read to your kids, read with your kids. I know back in the day, they had the Pizza Hut thing where every time you read a book, you get like a free personal pair for Pizza Hut. Baby, that motivated me, okay? Even though the pizza was, you know, healthy or whatever, but it still motivated me to want to read, you know? All right, so we have the Nine of Knives and then the grandchildren, which is the Ancestor, the star card. So with the Nine of Knives and the grandchildren coming out, okay, it's like you're the one who's meant to break this lostness that's in the mind. The Nine of Knives is like a mental confusion. It's a sense of, you know, potential defeat. Okay, look at this. He's a whole skull. He's not a person, right? And the grandchildren, the offspring, are meant to change that trajectory, are meant to keep certain things pure, are meant to keep certain things in order. I know a lot of people may not like this message, and I totally understand, but it's my job to give the message, and who needed to hear it and who was ready to hear it will hear it. I am confident in that. But it's giving a sense of protect the knowledge of your lineage, protect the knowledge that you weren't able to gain, but you're starting to gain. I don't know if you all realize, but a lot of books are beginning to get banned. And those books have really good information about the world, but when there's agendas that's going on, they don't want people to know it. You know, there's new books being banned every year. And the thing is that the algorithm of a lot of these sites are meant to keep you addicted and stuck to where you're taking in things and information that's really irrelevant to life or your lineage. But it feeds on your emotions and your endorphins to keep you attached, which is why a lot of grandparents wasn't for that watching TV all the time. They'll probably watch Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune. Some of them watch their soap operas, okay? Or Matlock, right? But they were watching things that made you think or learn something in some form of way. Except the soap operas was something a little different, okay? My grandmother didn't watch soap operas, but my great-grandmama did. And baby, she was toxic. She was toxic. Rest Medea's heart, baby. Okay, I still call on her sometimes though, but she knows she was toxic. Oh, that's crazy. And she was an Aquarius, and this is the star card. That's Aquarius. It's a lot of air energy out here in general. So a lot of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini rules perception and communication and learning. All three of them represent knowledge in the brain and the mind, right? And then you have the Mother of Sticks coming out, and she's more of like a protector. Look at her talking to the bird. She's sitting there talking to the bird, having a smoke with the bird. Nature. Birds go with nature. We have domestic harmony coming out. So keeping peace in the home. It's making me think about how even, you know, on social media, a lot of these different things are, you know, spirit online to try to change your opinion on certain things. And, oh, child, yeah, we got health coming out as well. It also messes with our health. There's quite a few studies that show how screen time and social media, how it coincides with like depression and anxiety and things of that nature as well. It's like used as an escape, right? And I mean, if someone in this lifetime wants to be that person, you know, and they, you know, go along or they want to escape, that's your right, okay? But if you are looking to protect your lineage, you can't be like the masses. If you're going to be the one to protect your lineage, you can't be like the masses, because if you're like everyone else, what's different? And everyone is not going to wake up to these truths in this lifetime. I keep seeing the Ace of Swords. I saw it twice in the other deck, and then as soon as I split it, this one is here as well. And then the Four of Ankhs. Yeah, so watch even what it is that you accept into your spirit with the Four of Ankhs and the Ace of Swords. Watch what level of communication you allow into your spirit, and make sure you understand where that person is coming from with the Moon card. Make sure you understand their personal intentions, okay? So as I said, there's somebody walking by right now. His head is all in his phone, honey. Think about how many people we could have been missing in passing, but we don't see them because we're walking with our head down on our phone like a zombie. It's time that we become more aware of what we're doing and our usage with technology. Ooh, child, listen, I know grandma energy say things that people don't want to hear. Like I said, I'm prepared to lose subscribers, baby. I lose subscribers with every video. But with every subscriber I lose, I gain 2 more. The ones who are ready. You get what I'm saying? And so I can't not say the things that's coming to my spirit, you know. And then even when looking, you know, at the book that I'm currently reading, I'm on book number 17 for the year. And it's talking a lot about feminine energy and, you know, the healing of the yoni and the womb care and all of that. And it's making me think about how the lack of knowledge, even in feminine, you know, health, is like running rampant, and it has us disconnected from that feminine womb energy and understanding that we are connected to the ultimate knowledge of the world. We just got to get back there of knowing who we are. Warrior of Swords. This is a protection energy. Protecting what is yours. Protecting what is supposed to be yours. Protecting what is yours and protecting what is supposed to be yours. The Nine of Air is coming out again. Because the Eight of Knives that came out in the other, I'll put it back. But the 9 of Knives is coming out again with the pomegranate. And it looks like a storm is coming in the back on here. The clouds are darker as it goes further. And we know in the 10 of Knives, the storm is there. And you know that the storm is going to come again. I mean, not the storm, the sun is going to come again, but in that moment you're in the storm. So the 9 of Air is giving this energy of a storm coming, but finding like your solace in the midst of the storm. What do? Baby, them lights go off. I don't complain. I just tell my members, hey, we're going to have to move the class to another time, move this live to another time. I'll go to a friend house or something, or, you know, I know the first night when all that happened, that whole first day, I was at the crib and I was just doing something different, reading, working on the things that I can do without technology, you know? And sometimes we need that. Our brains need it. The waves of the technology, it messes with the waves of our brain, as well as our bodies. Our bodies are majority water. So if we have people who are hardly drinking water, okay, and then you're around a lot of technology, which shows literally scientifically how it affects the brain waves, as well as the waves of the frequency of the water in your body. It creates more of a deficiency. It creates more anxiety. It creates more depression. These things are found in books and in statistics from research. Ashe. We have the Hiya of water, and that's the like the Scribe of Cups, or I said the Scribe of Cups. It's what's the normal one? Page of Cups. That's what it is in the normal tarot. But the Hiya of water with the chamomile, it deals with just like relaxing, right? Calming yourself down, enjoying the moment. It's a very meditative type of card as well. I say if you can meditate, you know, without technology if possible. But if you need to meditate with, you know, technology and things of that nature, pay attention to the hertz of the music that you're listening to. The sounds of the music. A lot of music with all that beat and the bass and the 808s is causing disturbance inside of us. You see how I was just talking about power? What just happened? My power just went out. Literally, my power just went out and came back on. Wow, ancestors, y'all see how this just went off? Ancestors, I hear you. Y'all heard the beep. That was my microwave beeping from the power going off. So Ancestor literally just came through and confirmed this whole message. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming out, and then the 8 of Earth. Baby, that's the end of the message. The fact that my power just went off, we had that message. That was confirmation. The Wheel of Fortune comes after you cut off some of these things that's getting in the way, y'all. That real Wheel of Fortune, the real health, the real wealth, which is knowledge, because that can be passed down. If all your knowledge is on your phone, baby, I got so many books around this house, I've been giving away books. Like, but if all your knowledge is online, that could be taken from you. Okay, and there's a reason why in Nazi Germany, he, I don't know, it's this one documentary called The Greatest Story Never Told. It's like a 15-hour long documentary. I don't even think it's found on the internet anymore. I think they wiped it, but I watched it like, oh gosh, like 8 years ago or so. Changed my life. Changed my life. And the reason for it is that because they showed things from multiple perspectives, right? I don't even think you can find it online. But in there, it told about when old man in Germany, okay, I know his name, he had a book ban. So he banned all PORN type books and magazines, anything that was talking about SDX, okay? A lot of that things, he literally had a big old book burning situation that happened. They burned all of the books because he felt like it was poisoning the minds of the people, right? We're not going to get deep into that, but it's going into just the aspect of how people try to control things and the knowledge. and we need to have access to it and utilize it while we can. The 8 of Earth with the turmeric. Turmeric works with pain. It's a really good one for pain. But it's also, it helps build a stronger like body, like system, right? To be stronger, to be, you know, that abundant energy, to be open to receive. It's a lot of yellow and orange in here as well, which is a lot of solar plexus and sacral chakra energy as well. We're gonna get to an affirmation. This was a lot. I need to get ready for this class. I am connected. I have more in common with others than I realize. I seek commonality with people rather than focusing on outward differences. I am connected. So it's time to get back connected with the world authentically in ways where things cannot be taken from you. Okay? And that knowledge, that brain, what you pass down, that's your legacy. That's your legacy. Some of you all need to actually write a book. Here come all the birds, baby. Some of y'all need to actually write a book because you have a lot to offer. You have a lot of knowledge, things that you've learned and you've come about, and your ancestors have given you permission to share it. But that's to who that's for, know who it's for, because they've been going back and forth about it for a while. But I appreciate you all for being here. And as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. I love y'all, and I will see you in the next one. And as always, continue to bloom.